All right, hello everyone. Internet Tomato here, back again. So, we're going to be completing the mission in the archive. And yeah, that is the plan for today. By the way, I am feeling a little bit sick. Again, man, I'm so tired of feeling sick. Not fun. Oh, he must have been there from ages ago. Okay, let's begin.
Here you are, Toplander. I'm listening.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I can ask some things. What are these after images that you mentioned?
They are places tainted by chaos. Places that must be set back in order. Visions of the past, the present, and the future. What has already happened, what is happening now, and what was meant to happen. They were entrusted to me by the Lord of the Seas himself. Your arrival has changed the after images. They now show new things, different things. The knowledge I had gathered through them has become useless. This is unacceptable.
Very interesting. Well, I'm here on behalf of Josephus.
I know who sent you to me, Toplander. And I know about your mission, but you cannot demand anything of me until you help me bring order to the chaos that followed your arrival.
Okay. Okay. Well, before we proceed, I have a few questions, maybe?
Ask them. I never refuse knowledge to those I have allowed into my presence.
Tell me about the archive.
Ah, my archive. It is extraordinary. I am certain it is the only one in all the known and unknown universe. Here, knowledge gathers about everything you might wish to know, and much you might wish you didn't. I am but a humble servant of the Lord of the Seas. I oversee the knowledge stored within the archive, but to know it fully is impossible. Here you will find everything. That is why you must always know what it is you seek.
Well, how did you become the servant of the Lord of the Seas?
I was chosen and anointed by him. He came to me when my spirit was wandering aimlessly, searching for knowledge. He showed me the truth about everything. About Avalon, its people, King Arthur, the weirdness. Now I know that the island I once thought was my whole world is but a small ripple in the untamable current of time. Nothing human should concern me anymore. Not after what the Lord has shown me.
Well, if I wish to know where my decisions will lead, and if I wish to know where my decisions will lead and what fate awaits Avalon, can I learn it here?
In theory, yes. But the truth is, well, you will see it for yourself when you enter the after images and begin restoring order. Every gesture, yours or those of the creatures you meet, shapes destiny. You may even begin to question whether destiny exists at all, when there are so many variables and endless possibilities.
Why are the residents of Tumbo not allowed to enter?
That was not my decision, although I know they think otherwise. I suspect it was Rueko's idea to tell them that entry is granted only after gathering enough knowledge. I suppose she wished to spare her kin from certain death, while still urging them to grow. I am not capable of such multifaceted thinking for the sake of lesser creatures. I carry too much knowledge to trouble myself with worldly concerns.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. That doesn't sound quite right. Once I talked to him at the end after Hiss does his thing, I could have sworn he said that it was his idea to ban people from the archive. I must be wrong. I'm ready to put your archives in order.
Are you certain? Remember, you must enter my after images with a clear mind. There will be no room for distractions, nor for unfinished business.
Understood.
The world as you know it may change forever.
Yep, let's go.
Finally. Then I will open the door and let you face everything the after images have to offer. While you are there, I must remain in meditation, so the disturbance will not spread further as you meddle with it. I will know when you are done. When you return, we shall speak of your mission.
You got it.
May knowledge guide you.
Yes. And more barnacles I noticed in the background, so that's fun. Billions of blistering blue barnacles. Okay. Does it let me through? No. This way first. I thought I had to fight something, but I guess not. Hello. The Red Death took their bodies, but the weirdness took their souls. Now both linger unwilling to let the Isle die or heal. Beneath the fog, the old knights still ride, shadows bound to oaths that outlived their masters. Their armor shines only in the light of dying stars. The Grail was never a cup, but a wound that would not close, and every pilgrim who seeks it, only deepens the cut. Avalon bleeds where the weirdness touches the soil. Okay. Interesting. And by the way, I probably should... Well, so this is obviously... Well, I don't know if it's obvious, but this looks like the Horns of the South, the corner. This is Quanacht, right there. Yeah. This is the All-Mother Temple. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty dope. What else do we have? Ooh, what is that? It looks like it's the Forlorn Swords, but I don't know the exact spot. It's hard to tell. Quanacht. That's... Man, I feel bad that I don't know. I vaguely recognize the red banners. I'm trying to remember which area that is. It might be the one in Quanacht. I don't know. But anyway. I see visions of knights who are not the knights, yet they drag their names behind them like ghosts. All of human-made Avalon seems built on specters, myths, and corpses. I remember Sir Lancelot. Well, those who watched the lore video, I just went over him. He seemed a kind man with a loyal heart, and if the next one to bear his name is cruel and treacherous, what will that make him? A mockery. They will trample his bravery, spitting on it, dragging his silent corpse through the mud. King Arthur's Avalon offers nothing but continued decay. It will rot beneath its shiny veneer, and then it will crumble at a mere touch. I forget, are all these quotes from Nimue? They might be. Let's go. Also, I was told, whoops, that if I go into my inventory, I'll see the character. So this is Captain Lear. This is what he'd look like. Pretty cool. It is Tricorn. Critical hits restore health, increase crit damage. Then we have Captain Lear's cape. Taking damage increases attack speed. Okay, kind of cool. That's all I have. And 20 tasty foods. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, did I look at his weapon? Dead Man's Vow. Increases melee crit chance by 50% when below 25% max stamina. Okay. On guard. When the Lord of the Seas revealed that memory to me, I saw and felt everything they did. Determination, pain, uncertainty, despair, and hope. Although that last one was weakest. The only knowledge I lack is the thoughts that accompanied them as they carried out their plan to escape Avalon. The Lord of the Seas has no access to those, only why. Okay, so then this isn't... So these are the thoughts of who? Maybe this is... Who is this, Merlin? Because whoever is speaking isn't anyone that was part of the first crew. revealed the memory to me. I saw and felt everything they did, determined all that stuff. The only knowledge I lack is the thoughts that accompanied them as they carried out their plan to escape Avalon. Yeah, so whoever it is didn't attempt to escape Avalon, so therefore was not part of the first crew. Okay. Well, it could be Merlin. I don't know who else it would be, or Arthur. But given the other lines, it sure doesn't sound like Arthur or Merlin. So, a lot of journal entries here. Let's read the main journal. War's still grinding on, no end in sight. Crew's tired of it. They keep talking about heading back to the homelands. I hear them, but I keep it to myself. Some of the lads want us to cut loose and make for home without orders. They say we're fighting someone else's battles. I'm not sure they're wrong. More losses among our own this week. Nimue came aboard again, young thing, Merlin's apprentice. Says she wants to help any way she can. The men don't trust her much, but they're too tired to care. Okay, yeah, this is the bulk of what we, like the lore that we know in terms of what led to Ceres is found here. Let's take it. A few officers came to me with a plan to slip away if things got worse. It'd mean turning our backs on the rest of our brothers still fighting. I told them I'd think on it. That's all I could say. Ceres is ready to sail. If I give the word, we leave the war behind and betray every oath we ever swore. I haven't decided yet, but the choice is closing in fast. I agreed to speak with Nimue. Seems she might come in handy. Heard she's a powerful Bandrui. I just hope the Lord of the Seas is on our side. Oh, partially. Well, there's enemies far away. Sarah stands in the harbor, proud and ready for the journey home. On her deck, the crew work discreetly, pretending it's just a routine cleaning, while in truth preparing the ship for a swift escape. Arthur will soon learn of the rebels' plans. His decision will surprise everyone. The Lord of the Seas watches with curiosity. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Hello.
Stand down, Captain.
I went to get for the kill.
Back now, and perhaps Arthur will reconsider branding you a traitor.
I'm long past caring what he thinks. Besides, being called a traitor by our king almost feels like a badge of honor.
Insolent knave! Do you truly think Nimue will save you? She only kept her neck because she's Merlin's precious pupil. You are nothing.
Look, I've no quarrel with you, Sir Knight. I'd rather be far away from your lot. But alas, I need Nimue for that. So either get out of my way or say a prayer to the All-Mother.
Oof. Oh my gosh.
Holy crap!
You want to flee Avalon?
Well, kinda. But this is gonna be actually really tough. I forgot.
match for me.
Oh yeah, I need to be spamming the meals. Oh my god.
You want to flee Avalon?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Cowards! The lot of you!
I will be your downfall.
You want to flee
Oh
Avalon?
my gosh. Okay.
Cowards! The lot of you!
I'll strike you down.
Traitors don't get mercy.
Just Lamorak left.
I won't kill you.
Oof. You won't kill me? You sure seem to have tried. Okay. Let's go. Yes, let's go, Quirko. I love how, Captain Lear apparently also had a Quirko. Totally lore accurate. Are Lear and his cannon one... Wait. Are Lear and his cannon one and the same? Why did I not see this earlier? My thoughts are shrouded in fog. I feel chaos creeping in. Chaos, chaos, chaos. So many voices. So many futures and pasts happening all at once. Silence. Hey, Nimue. What's up? What's up, girl?
Thank you for the rescue, Captain. I won't ask if you understand the consequences. I'm not as foolish as your peers would like to believe. Since you've already stained your hands with the blood of the Knights of the Round Table, does that mean you've made your choice?
Most of my peers were annihilated by those four-armed demons. At least the ones I give a damn about. Watching your quartermaster get ripped apart gives you perspective. A shitty bloody perspective, but a perspective nonetheless.
It does, doesn't it? As for me, I've known nothing else. I don't remember my parents, but I remember the first Four Dweller I ever saw. I may have been born here, but Avalon never felt like home to me. We have to face facts. This war is futile, and it's only costing us more lives. It's time we went home. Our true home. The one we so recklessly abandoned.
Recklessly, huh? Sometimes I forget your lot doesn't remember the Red Death. Doesn't even know it, really.
The Red Death...
Let me finish, before you say something stupid that makes me toss you back into that cell. I'm talking about perspective, the way I see it. Coming to Avalon, we traded one hell for another. But the one before, at least it was ours. Avalon isn't, and I doubt it ever will be.
Then you'll help us. You'll command the fleet again.
Aye, I will. Steering the ships back to the homelands won't be easy, but people say you're powerful enough to make it happen. I don't want to die in this wretched, miserable land, cursed by an enemy that will never stop hating us.
You won't, Captain. I swear it. I'll see to it we all live to see the shores of the homelands, whether for the first time, or once again.
You shouldn't promise things like that. Now I'll have to hold you to it. Still, you've got me. I'll do everything I can to make sure you deliver.
Yeah, that's the main part that's impossible to reconcile. It was that conversation. Hello. You not even notice me? Perfect. The archivist. We got out of there. But yeah, that's the main one. That's the main part that is impossible to reconcile, is the fact she said that I was born in Avalon. But that makes no sense, because by the time that they're talking, it has to have been more or less 3 years after they landed on Avalon. So all those statements make zero sense. So how do you rectify that? How do you fix that? I do not know. I don't think that you can. So that's why I feel like the only way for that to be possible. So I'm going to be making a video theorizing something in the game, in the lore, that they may reveal one day. Which, I mean, I guess I'll tell you guys, because not too many of y'all watch this anyhow. But I've mentioned it before, but I think that there probably is some sort of an eternal cycle that does occur. Is this magic crit? Magic crit chance increases by 1% every second in combat. This effect resets on a crit. Yeah, I think I do want that. That's much more fitting, based on the fact that I want to get magic crits. That's that works really well. I'll listen to that in a moment, or read that. A lot of them. But yeah, I think that there's probably some sort of an eternal cycle that infinitely loops and loops and loops with very small changes every loop, which I'll go over that eventually. But anyway, it's kind of similar to how like there's a theory of the beginning of time kind of being this like the Big Bang happens, the universe expands, then eventually it contracts, and then it expands, and then contracts, where there's this unending loop. Some, like, you know, some atheists believe something similar to that, where there's this unending loop of time that goes again and again and again and again. but there's just slight variations. So it might be something like that. But anyway, when I was young, I believed our father had forsaken us. I walked the path of Ceres, searching every crevice. Wait, who is this? Morrow. Okay. Searching every crevice and hidden cave for the presence of our maker, and found nothing. When weariness and anger set in, I neared despair. I finally felt something, a gentle touch on my mind, calming and soothing, assuring me my loneliness was ending. In truth, it had never begun. Then I understood, though our father may roam the far seas, he has not left us to fend for ourselves. We also have a mother who remains and keeps watch over us for all time. This must be all father and all mother. Now in my old age, I've returned to the paths of Ceres to see them again with the knowledge I carry. This is what I leave behind. Never forget that while we are born of our Lord, we also have a lady. By her blessing, our lives have purpose. She's there, watching over us, and always will be. I am very curious about this whole thing. Yeah, I'm just going to take a picture of it and think on it later. Because, I mean, this might just be hinting at what the beliefs about the All-Father and All-Mother are. That could just be what it is, where apparently people come from the All-Father and that kind of stuff. Like, that's the way it's viewed. Make the blessing in a bottle. Cool. Let's do this one. The weirdness whispers about its wielders, but not its masters. What is the product of the fog? What is its origin? Perhaps all one can ever rely on is affinity. Or perhaps what we see on the surface is but a broken mirror of all things that could be or should be. We try to live in an unshaped world. Nimue is right. We are invaders, parasites who broke a natural order we never cared to understand. The sanctuary thrives within its weirdness-wrought shell. What if that is Avalon's true order? What if without the weirdness it withers? This is kind of interesting. So I don't know who wrote this one, because it had to have been someone that was down here who was around with Nimue. And also understands the situation with Ceres. I mean, maybe this is supposed to be Merlin. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Blood is in the water doesn't splash or drip. It runs like red ribbons through the dark sea. The sanctuary did not simply rise. It was one in the name of Lady Nimue, who looked upon our deeds and wept. But the sea is as vast as it is uncaring. It does not stop to grieve, and neither could we. Thus, beneath the tangled roots, the sanctuary begins to take shape, a new beginning grown from the soil of countless ends. Apart from the main Tumbo experiment, I'm running a side study on familial bonds. I assigned the role of two siblings and asked Apps to send me a pair hatched from the same egg. Though I fear he's growing suspicious of me, so may have to rely on them reaching the village without intervention. Since the first pair, I've observed a wide range of behaviors: codependency, dependency, animosity, envy, resentment, and more. I also assigned roles with mixed results, making one sibling the warden, knowing that the other was the traitor. Produced a fascinating spectacle, though I truly had hoped it might prevent the massacre. It is odd. These creatures do not have families as we know them, yet the bonds between siblings seem to mirror those on the surface. Curious. I wonder whether the affinity is inherent, or whether Nimue's influence infects them, for lack of a better term. Interesting. So, like the theory that if Nimue did not exist holding things together with the tree and the roots, yeah, that they would not have a familial bond. Well, that sounds like something Urkel did. I mean, unless it's just like a different person did each of those blurbs. Because Urkel was there at the beginning. Whoops. Okay, let's see her. There she is. The lady. Increased magic crit chance by 10%. Man, that's good. I want that. Increased spellpower by 20%. Mana. Mana generation. Casting speed is faster. It's kind of cool. Oh, cool. We have a Thunder Lash. Would you look at that? Spell Gorger. Increases mana cost by 50%, but increases spell power by 84%. Kind of interesting. Mother's Embrace heals you instantly. Slowly heals you over time. Prolonged channeling. Yeah. Merlin's Thorn, we know that one. Mystic Ward creates a magic shield for 100, which, by the way, that's the homing missile. Mystic Ward creates a magical shield for 120 seconds, fully negating the next attack. Yeah. Skeletal Knight, so I can summon a knight. Scorching Pathway creates a horizontal burning wave. Wand of Lingering Ash. All fire damage applies additional burn buildup. Attacks burn targets. Okay, well, I'm probably just going to stick with Thunderlash and Spellgorger. The confusing thing is that it's different buttons, because my right click is usually how I do lightning. Nimue stands motionless, unsure whether the choice she makes is truly the right one, yet she knows it is too late to turn back. The war machine pushes forward, and she has committed herself to helping the rebels, and she also knows that neither King Arthur nor Merlin would retreat from the path that they've chosen. She wants no part in it. I believe her stance leaves much to be desired. She fails to notice that her conflicted emotions paralyze her decision-making, which is unacceptable. But the Lord of the Seas warns me against forming judgments on my own, for that may lead to the corruption of knowledge. Okay, so then this must be Urkel. But there was this statement of like, I wonder how they had felt. I don't know how the crew had felt on the ship. But Urkel is part of the first.
Where are you? Ugh, I swear if this is another one of your lessons.
Right, because Urkel was part of the first crew, so how wouldn't he know how he felt? If I had known who Nimue really is, I might have stayed on Avalon. Did that woman truly believe she was worthy enough to ask the Lord of the Seas to open a passage back to the homelands? It is good that we ended up here. Without Saris, I'd never have gained knowledge, and even Nimue turned out to be useful in the end. Who she really is.
Merlin, I don't have time for your games!
The Lord is displeased, the Lord is silent, the Lord does not look in my direction, my Lord. The Lord will not find his way on this accursed chaos. Let the voices fall silent. I'm gonna just jot down a note. Okay. That is Scourge. It sure looks it. Oh, it's great. Threshold Warden. Oh yeah, I can't attack. I can only block. Whoa. Yeah, just run around. Need to charge up. Die, please. Die, please. Oh my gosh, he must have like did a critical hit or something. Oof.
That, my dear, was a threshold warden. Not so easy to defeat, wouldn't you say? They're beings created to maintain order between worlds. Even King Arthur himself once struggled to win a duel against one. I wanted to show you what you might face if you continue with your plan to leave Avalon. There's no telling how many of them may be waiting on the shores of the homelands.
And that foolish duel with an illusion was supposed to scare me. I've outgrown your games, Merlin. I'm no longer a little girl who needs to be tested with elaborate, impossible challenges. Even if creatures like the Threshold Wardens exist, I won't be facing them alone. I made up my mind. I'm sailing to the homelands.
Nimue, child. You're making a mistake.
Don't call me a child! I'm not making a mistake. I'm fixing yours. I know you thought you were doing the right thing by coming to this island, but the things you and Arthur do now are horrifying. You call it survival, but you're killing the very world you claim to save. You bend life and death to your will and call it wisdom. But all I see is madness, dressed as progress. Even if you somehow made Avalon habitable, you're building its foundations on piles of sacrificed bodies. And how exactly does that make us any different from the Foredwellers? How could anyone live here, knowing what we know?
I know this war has been long. I'm not proud of everything we've done, but it was necessary for all survival. Yes, blood was spilled, but the land will absorb it, and will honor it by building something new. We're so close to victory. Arthur and I are working tirelessly on a solution that will give us an edge. You just need to trust us. Trust me.
Oh, the solution, of course. Your vile, immoral experiments you wanted me to take part in. You know my answer, Master Merlin. For me, the cost outweighs the gain. So let me say it again. You can imprison me, you can try to persuade or intimidate me. I still won't help you. These things you have planned won't bring us victory. They'll only rewrite the future into something far worse than you can imagine. They break the cycle of nature itself, and that break will be paid for by generations not yet born. So yes, my only solution is to go back home.
The homelands are not your home. For you, they're a fantasy so far removed from reality that you can't even comprehend it. Do you think people chose to leave everything they knew on a whim? The Red Death was killing us. We were drowning in blood, pus, and corpses. That's what you want to go back to.
How is that any different from what's happening here? I've watched people die to this senseless war, to the weirdness, since the day I was born. And plagues come and go. It's been years. How do you even know the Red Death is still there?
I see you won't listen to reason.
I could say the same about you. Stay and rot on this island if that's what you wish, but I'm done. You and your precious Arthur can do whatever you please. I want no part in it anymore. We're going home, and you won't stop us.
That's where you're wrong. Your rebellion ends here, Nimue. Perhaps sometime in a cell will cool your temper.
What? No, you can't!
I can, and I will. Trust me. This is for your own good.
All right. I suppose it is a tough decision. Like, between choosing... Oh, there's one behind me? Quit it. Quit it. Sweet. Yeah, it's hard to... Where's the other one? Where are you? Is he invisible? Is he invisible? Weird. I was gonna say, it actually is kind of a tough decision, or which is worse? The Homelands or Avalon? I don't know. That's a tough one, because I mean, it's kind of like a zombie apocalypse where people can randomly get infected. That's a pretty severe one, right? And also there's no cure. So is that as bad as all-out war against beings that are far more superior to you? I don't know. Which one is more likely to lead to extinction? I thought... Isn't this where I entered? Yeah, I'm going this way. I'm going this way. I mean, to me, I think I'd rather be at war rather than deal with the Red Death. But maybe that's just me. But the concept of people just randomly getting the Red Death is pretty terrifying. Every society relies on its pillars, individuals who fulfill specific roles. Without them, A community cannot fully function, nor can it mature into a state capable of achieving its aims. I've long wondered what might happen if those pillars were reassigned to roles they seem ill-suited for, the traitor as warden, the warden as curiosity seeker, and so on. In this first iteration, I will let Tumbo run as intended. The initial shuffle will occur after the massacre. At the founding of the second Tumbo thereafter, every few cycles, it will revert to the default state as a reset. I'll observe and record the outcomes. This sounds so much so like Urkel, but he just said that it was Ruoko's idea to, like, kind of make it they can't enter the archive. So, because, I mean, I think that that's part of it that causes people to want to kill each other. Because Ruoko set the standard that you must know, like, a certain amount of knowledge in order to be welcomed into the archive. Like, there would be, that competition wouldn't exist if everyone already has access to the archive. So it doesn't make sense to me. So either he lied or Ruoko is, but Ruoko died. So it's like, or Ruoko is like super old, and she's lying. I don't know. Yeah, but that's why that confused me when she said that, or when he said that. My percenter. Okay. This looks like the archive to me. Okay. Anything to grab or steal or anything? Interact. If you make it, tell my wife I tried to come back. If you don't, well, that will make it in the water. Okay.
His poor wife. I hope she found some solace.
Solace. Oh, Merlin, Arthur. He looks kind of young. Look at his face. He's a little bit younger. What did he have? Critical hits restore 20 mana, increase spell power. Increase max mana by 100. Does that have a lot of max mana, eh? Oh yeah, 450. Decrease mana regeneration by 5. Increase spell power by 75 when your mana is low. Archdruid's Gloves. Increase magic crit chance by 33% when your mana is below 33%. Increase crit damage by 50%. Got a Spell Rush Ring. Each consecutive hit increases mana regeneration and stamina regeneration. Increase max mana. Increase spell power by 50% when your mana is low. Increase magic crit chance. Increase movement speed by 35% when your health is below 30. Is that 35 or 30? That's a 33. 33%. Increase mana regeneration by 5. Storm Piercer shoots a large lightning shock. Spell Gorger again. Mana cost is more expensive, but also more spell power. Merlin's Thorn again. Mother's Embrace again. Mystic Ward again. Skeletal Knight again. Scorching Blaze again. Wand of Lingering Ash again. Also, I just realized I don't have any healing abilities, so I'm going to have to use Mother's Embrace occasionally to heal myself. Is it right-click to heal? Yeah. The war goes on, and nothing suggests it will end anytime soon. Why does the Lord show me this? Has the war never ended? Impossible. It must have ended. My Lord grant me knowledge, for I cannot bear this uncertainty. Well, yeah, it kind of did continue. Yeah, for a minute. Oh, you just killed him instantly. Okay. What's that noise? The king speaks a glorious victory, but no one believes this war will ever end. We just want to stop dying.
Fools! Do they truly think this is a game to us? That their deaths mean nothing? This war will end.
No. I keep on doing that wrong. I'll heal a couple times. What do you say? Yeah, nothing. Avalon is cold and empty and always asks for more blood. There's nothing left for me here.
It does keep asking for blood, doesn't it? Soon, very soon, it will finally be sated.
Hopefully. Arthur is not Arthur. Merlin is not Merlin. Nimue is everything. Everything. Lord have mercy on me. I still do wonder who's actually making these statements. It's kind of confusing. No. Every day looks the same. Mud, screaming orders. Maybe home will be hard too, but at least we'll rule ourselves.
You would have died screaming if the Red Death had got you. This inn was merciful, believe me.
He's probably not wrong. I'm no coward. I simply have nothing left to give.
And yet, you gave it your life.
The irony. Okay. Can I jump down there? I guess that's the way to go. Knowledge, 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 knowledge. I cannot bear these voices. Is it time to leave? I cannot let it end. Yeah, I do wonder who that is. Unless there was someone before Urkel. Hey Arthur, what's up, dog?
Merlin, my scouts reported back about Lear and Nimue's rebellion. They're trying to sabotage the iron shipments from the Forlorn Swords. They say their demand is that Saris and the other ships be allowed to sail away from Avalon. Are they out of their minds? How can they be so oblivious to the dangers we left in the homelands? I held children dying of the Red Death in my arms. I watched them go stiff and cold. And then I myself carried them to the pious. The homelands are ruined, poisoned. A graveyard soaked in the blood of those we had to leave behind. And they want to go back and weaken our forces in the process.
My king, I agree. This is suicide. The homeland's not a place to return to. They're a tomb. And yet, Nimue, Lear, and the other rebels refuse to see reason.
On that we agree. I've had enough of ordering men to die. But if they choose to go, I'll let them. Let them choose their fate. Let them swim that sea for what it is. If they refuse to believe the danger, let them learn it on their own skin. I'm tired, Merlin. Tired of proving to everyone that we have no home to return to.
Nimue is young, full of dangerous hope. She can be guided, tempered. They can all be kept here and given purpose. There must be another way. A better way than simply letting them die for daring to hold their own opinions in the middle of a war.
Another way? How many more have we lost while we wait for another way? I know what drives them. I've also looked into faces hollowed by hunger, smoke, and fever. And I know what Nimue thinks of our efforts to keep Avalon safe for centuries to come. Yet if she can't see the reason behind all the sacrifices we made to make Avalon our home, if she cannot accept that war is never a clean affair, then perhaps it is best to let her die along with her idealistic views. If it costs me my peace, so be it. Give them Saris. Give them 2 more ships. Send them off. Let them find out for themselves.
You would send them to die just to prove there's no way back to the homelands?
No. I'd make an example of them. They cannot defy our decisions and fight us. The real enemy is in front of us, not among us. That said, I will not be the king who stole their last act of defiance. And if they die in the process, that's their choice.
My king, let me speak with her one more time.
Do as you wish. She's your responsibility. You know my mind. Give them ships, burn the rest. I have a war to finish.
Arthur
When
really is
Nimue
the...
and Captain Lear set sail for the homelands with the rebels, Merlin did the only thing he could to save them. Through a powerful spell, he sealed the entire fleet. Drawing on Nimue's magical potential as its source of power, flashes of light tore through the storm as the ships vanished beneath the raging sea, swallowed by the depths before anyone could understand what had happened. To the world, it looked like mass murder, a cruel punishment for desertion. But in truth, Merlin had saved them, allowing Saras to become its own kingdom, far from the weirdness and the dangers of Avalon.
Okay. Whoop. Hello. I was making a note. Quit it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, one down. There we go. Leveled up. Stay there. Well, worked out, huh? Worked out. I gotta say, Arthur, I mean, I don't think that Arthur really made a bad decision there. Being like, okay, sure, let them leave, they're just gonna die. Like, I mean, I don't think that was a bad decision necessarily. And also, he just needed them to, because when I wrote that down, that is kind of bizarre that they stopped the iron shipments from coming in to aid in the war. It's like, okay, so you're just damning the populace. It's like, okay, yeah, get rid of them. But anyway. Hello, Ercole.
You're back, child of the surface. I sensed you restoring order to the after images. The calm I feel now tells me that all is correct. Everything is back where it belongs. Thank you for intervening.
No problem, dog. What were they? Memories of War Story? Which, by the way, he said that the past, present, and future are depicted in the after images, but I didn't see any future or present.
A war story, you say? Fascinating. I had no idea they would show themselves to you that way. I have no access to the contents of an after image once it has changed, so I cannot say what you are shown. I can sense the after images as if they were parts of my own body. I know where it hurts, but not why, and I cannot heal myself.
Did he know what would happen to me there? I could have died.
I trusted it wouldn't happen, and here you are, safe and sound before me. I didn't know exactly what cleaning up the after images would entail. Never before had they been in such disarray. Therefore, I assumed the one whose arrival caused those changes would also be able to restore the old order.
Will you play the organ, like Josephus asked?
Yes. I will honor Josephus's request. Now that the after images are in order, I can leave my post. The melody of the organ will sound again, and Captain Lear will wake. I only hope you know what that entails.
I don't. Well, partially. Okay. Now to see Hiss and his evilness. I got to get another Saros point. Woo! Let's pray. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Isn't there one more? I thought there's one more, but this might actually be it. I'm sure somebody knows. And by the way, I hope I did switch to the Mystic, unless I was being dumb, which is incredibly valid. Having a wand, soul cube, shield, or melee weapon equipped increases mana generation by 20%. Did I miss that? Like I didn't notice it before? Where's the one that makes it... Yeah, melee weapons and shields are considered as wands. Okay. So now maybe I'll switch to the Mystic if I haven't already, because I believe that increases spell power by 50%. And the mana generation is being increased by 20%, which is pretty high. And then all this mana, which I haven't even... Like, I haven't fully done this even, which I should to make myself more powerful. Then what else do we have? Killing enemy with frailty puts half their stacks on a nearby enemy. Dealing damage to a non-boss enemy instantly kills them. Losing an arrow, no. Sneak damage, no. Range, no. Pushing an enemy consumes all stacks of frailty, breaking enemy armor. No, I don't push. Gain 35% increased attack speed for 4 seconds and dealing damage with a ranged weapon. No. So I can't do the vast majority of these. The only thing that makes any sense, that makes even a little sense, is less waste. And then the warrior. I think it was heading this way. Holding heavy attacks up to 3 seconds increases their damage. Killing an enemy lowers stamina cost of your next attack. Okay. Reduce the first received damage by 100% when you're knocked down or overexerted. I think I prefer that, because I think this is the last one. Because that's one of the few ways to die, is getting knocked down and then just killed, because you got hit 1,000 times. Okay. And now, the most disturbing part. There's Shell named Hiss. Right there.
Toplander. This one is glad that you might witness this epochal work. The folk of Tumbo departed into the bosom of the Lord of the Depths, and this one absorbed their knowledge. So much knowledge.
You killed all the folk of Tumbo? Why?
It was destiny, and destiny must not be denied. Had this one not carried out the slaughter, some other gatherer of knowledge would have done so. Only one who has amassed sufficiently great knowledge may attempt to seize it from others. This one was ready to submit to the trial.
Mm-hmm. You killed Ruoko, so you have no way to enter. Perhaps you did not think that through.
Ruoko is of no consequence. Ruoko was only the voice of Urkel, who set the law of gathering knowledge. The archive itself will decide whether one has gathered enough knowledge and is worthy to cross the threshold. This one is convinced that he will prove worthy.
Mm-hmm. The way to the archive is clear, only Urkel is no longer there.
The Toplander again tries to speak falsehoods and defile this one's knowledge. This one will never believe that the sacrifice he made to prove himself worthy of entering the archive was in vain. Urkel never abandons his post. That is common knowledge. So, once again, you tried to deceive this one. But this time, this one needs no barnacles to know he is right.
Okay, are you certain it is knowledge, not faith? For I share with you the knowledge that Urkel is no longer there.
Knowledge is our currency, Toplander. And this one has made an investment, taking upon himself the responsibility of gathering the knowledge of all Tumbo's inhabitants. Perhaps others believed that knowledge was a purpose and a mission, but this one quickly learned that faith has nothing to do with it. Maybe Urkel truly is not in the archive, But that does not change the fact that Tumbo's knowledge already resides within this one. This one will wait patiently for the Guardian of the Archive to return. Time cannot be reversed, and what has happened cannot be undone. The investment will not go to waste.
Okay, well, for what you have done, I cannot allow you to live. I will avenge. Well, it seems every land keeps its own customs. I will not interfere. So I just killed him last time, so I'm going to say I won't interfere.
A wise choice, Toplander. Thank you for allowing this one to walk his path. This one is honored to have met you. Let knowledge flow through you in streams.
Hey. So creepy.
Flow with the current, Toplander. This one thanks you for all the knowledge you have given so far.
Can I kill him? I know I said, well, I'll just leave him. Whatever, it's just gonna be this creepy shell named Hiss. Man, it's so disgusting, that thing. Yeah, I could quick, well, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with leveling up. I think I had mentioned that. I don't even know what I want to do. I'm gonna get perception though, because it increases crit chance. Yeah, I think I'm out of ideas is the thing. Like, I can do things relating to armor, and I can prevent one of my deaths with stealth, which is quite valid, or I can just increase that. Okay, I'm gonna prevent myself from dying. So you have to do a decreased noise, and then we'll taking lethal damage makes you invisible instead of killing you. I'm gonna grab one of those next level up. But anyhow, I'm gonna be ending it here. I should have just killed Hiss, but oh well. But anyway, I'm gonna be ending here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Please consider, man, I'm just hard to speak. Please consider subscribing if you have yet to do so. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you all. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. See you later. Bye bye.